Now, on the last boot camp we did a week ago, we hung out with 3 billionaires. Imagine like that kind of networking opportunity. It's not really normal. Is it normal to hang out with, not millionaires, billionaires? Like, just think about that. In the 1 week, we hung out with 3 different billionaires that week. I was like kind of like mind fucked because there's like 3,000 billionaires in the world. I'm like, just hung out with like 0.1% of the billionaires on the planet. How does that work? What? Right? This level of networking is different. The day after the boot camp, I was on the yacht. I got like 30 fucking videos. I've been throwing this shit up on Instagram. I did like over 1 million views this week just on Instagram. So it's really cool because everything you'll see, it's just game. It's just fucking game, right? Like you'll notice my content strategy on Instagram, my social media marketing strategy, which a lot of guys think, oh, she's just doing this to make money. Actually, I'm kind of just doing it for bitches. You know what I mean? I've never really gave a fuck about, like what I always realized was money is just a reflection of you. Women being attracted is just a reflection of you. So if you work on yourself and you work on your character and you work on your confidence and you work on your inner self, women are gonna come. You're gonna make money. You're gonna find, after this program, you're gonna get job promotions, your income's gonna increase. Like I see it all the fucking time, dude. I see guys who are like making 50K a year, now they're making 150K a year. I see guys making 200K a year, they learn game, and now they make 500K a year. My old mentor, the guy who like I was a huge fan of, his name was Owen Cook. I don't know if you guys probably haven't heard of him. Maybe some of you guys have. Dude, I was on the phone with him for 2 hours the other day. He's like a fan of my shit now. I fucking grinded so fucking hard to put, in LA 4 years ago, I used social circle game, which is a part of game a lot of guys don't ever really get a handle on, to make friends with him, right? Because I want to be friends with this dude. And he ended up, becoming friends with me. This year he followed me back on Instagram, which is crazy. I'm the only dating coach he follows in the world, where he doesn't follow his own coaches on Instagram, which is so strange. And he's like a fan of my shit, and he's calling me, asking me for advice with social media. He's calling me, asking me for advice about parties. And I'm like, dude, I used to watch this guy's videos when I was like depressed in college. My girlfriend cheated on me or whatever the fuck happened. And I was in a position just like you, sitting in the audience of coaches and mentors. And it took me all around the world, dude. I probably spent around, I want to say like 800,000 US dollars on mentors and coaches and just being around high level people. Now, I'm not telling you to spend $800,000, but I'm saying like the fact that you've even made it here is phenomenal. Last night, I was up super late. I went to bed at 6 in the morning. First, I had Daniel, a student of mine from 4.5 years ago, did a boot camp with me. He just got back to Toronto for the first time in 2 years. He's been living in Colombia. He's been doing the whole like digital nomad thing. He's making a fuck ton of money. He's like 23 years old, making 25K US per month, running a sales team that's bringing in over $20 million a year, $25 million a year. Okay, can you imagine doing that at 23 years old? What did he tell me? He's like, man, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for game. If I didn't do your boot camp all those years ago, there's no chance I would have had the skills to be able to land this opportunity, learn sales skills, and land the job in this company, right? It's pretty amazing, right? And I was just catching up with him because I know he's done really, really well. And I was talking to him about helping me expand my business, right? Because I was saying like, dude, I want to go from making 300K a month to 500K a month, right? And he's like, well, what's stopping? I'm like, just nothing, like just bitches. It's really funny. Yeah, it's pretty much not enough time. I'm like, I don't have enough time because I get my dick sucked. The whole point is we have a lot of work to do this week, gentlemen, because I'm looking at you guys from the get-go and I'm like, wow. Because I remember, do you remember the beginning of the last boot camp? How bummy the guys looked at the beginning? By the end, within like 3-4 days, they're like eccentric gentlemen, polished, dressed well, charismatic, confident. You're gonna be blown away with how quick the transformations happen. Now, I'm not gonna lie, dude, I am burnt the fuck out this year from fucking hoes, making millions, coaching. I couldn't tell. Michael, how many guys have we coached this year?
More than 100.
It's a lot. Like we've worked with so many dudes. Like imagine this, in-person coaching is very difficult. It's not really a scalable strategy. My goal has never been business. My goal has never been making money. My goal has been to help men just like you change your life the same way I changed mine, okay? Because 10 years ago, I had no friends. Matt, right over there, was my first friend. He was like my first friend. I met him on an online forum. I met him on like an online dating coach, like find a wingman forum. You know what I'm saying? He's like my first friend, right? And now we work together, travel the world together, right? So the whole point is we have a lot of work to do this week. We're gonna take you very, very, very far. We're gonna get you to a whole different level, okay? Before we jump in, we'll do our introductions. You obviously know who I am. A lot of you guys have followed my story. A lot of you guys know 10 years ago I had no friends, was broke, had crippling social anxiety, manic depressive episodes. And I was able to solve all of that using a lot of what I'm gonna teach you this week. And it's funny because a lot of the skills I'm gonna teach you are also, it's funny, it's very interesting. It's like the millionaire CEOs have the same skills. We were at a party on the last boot camp about 10 days ago. Every dude in that room was a millionaire. I was the poorest dude in that room, and I'm pretty well off. And I was looking around, I'm like, holy shit, your network becomes your network. You become the average of 5 people you're surrounding yourself with the most, right? And I thought about how crazy it was, like the fact that not even just being in that room, like everyone around you is like the 0.1%, not even the 1%, the 0.1%, like the richest people you'd fucking meet. But they're all really good people. They're all really down to earth, very genuine, very authentic. And it kind of made me realize, I'm like, there's no nobility in being broke. There's no nobility in not having game and having successful women. A lot of guys will make it seem like, oh, well, I don't want to just be the guy fucking all these girls. I just want a girlfriend. Hey, you can have a girlfriend, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that, right? But you definitely have to develop the skills of a man who's charismatic and attractive, confident, ambitious, articulate. Because here's the thing, if you don't have those skills, you might get a girlfriend, she'll leave your ass for guys more ambitious than you. Do you understand? So we have a lot to teach you this week. Before we jump in, let's go around and do our introductions. I mean, I'll start. I'm just Marc. I've been teaching dating and social skills since 2014 on social media, 2015 formally as a business. I was coaching for free for a year, my first year, because I wanted to master coaching. It just took me to over 50 countries, over 6 continents. I worked with thousands of guys in person, thousands with a capital T. It's pretty insane. I'm only 27 years old, right? I made a lot of money doing what I do here, right? Multiple businesses. We have a 6-figure nightlife company. Like, imagine starting a side hustle where you just want to dick around and like throw parties. So the reason I started a nightlife company was because Toronto's become very exclusive. It's become very like bougie, kind of like New York City, where it's like cardigan clubs, or LA and shit like that. And so I figured I'm like, okay, if I want to be able to run these coaching programs effectively, I need to start like a nightlife company as like a side hustle and have like promoter access. Imagine making like an extra 150, 200K a year on the side, just so you can run your main business that makes you millions a year. Like, what a mind fuck, right? And from that alone, dude, I could live a very good life. But you know, I think in life we always want more, and we always want to see where our highest potential is, right? And that's why you guys are here. You want to unlock your potential. You want to unlock unlimited abundance. You want to learn how to become a charismatic man who's way the fuck ahead. You want to overcome all your mental barriers. You want to overcome your any negative self-identity issues, and you want to move forward and be the version of yourself that you're meant to be. And I'm telling you right now, I'm looking at you guys right now, and you're not bad looking dudes, but you guys are very average, and we're gonna make you extraordinary, okay? Like, I'm looking at you guys just look very like average, like copy and paste, same energy. It's like, you're not doing bad in life, but you're not doing great. And you could be doing a lot better, right? And so we're gonna get you there so fucking fast. Every day this coaching program is gonna be super intensive. Today might even seem slow. I mean, for you guys, for me to seem slow, it's like the first couple days for me is kind of like the boring stuff. Because after the first 2 days, if you make it past the first 2 days, your game's gonna be really good, okay? Everyday coaching is like a year cut off your learning curve. And after, 2-3 days of coaching, you'll be like qualified to be my wingman. You'll be like pulling girls with me. We'll be like scheming ideas. We'll just trying the shit. We'll be scheming all kinds of ideas together. It'll be really fucking fun. You're gonna have an amazing fucking time this week. Just make sure you're open-minded, make sure you're coachable. Okay, I don't wanna see anyone fighting with me. I don't wanna see any cognitive dissonance where I give you advice and you say, hey Justin, I don't like your advice. I'm like, hey, guess what? Shut the fuck up, because I'm rich and I fucked hundreds of women. Do you understand that? I kind of just broke up with one of my girlfriends. Like I had like 4 girlfriends, and I kind of just like, one of them I just like stopped talking to her. So I was just too much on my plate. She was hot, we'd have threesomes and stuff, but I kind of just like, so the whole point is like, I know what I'm talking about, slept with hundreds of women, made a lot of money. So try to listen to everything I say, because you're gonna go very, very far, right? If you just follow all my advice. Because honestly, I think I'm a fucking genius. I don't know. I don't know if I'm just insanely intelligent. I don't think I was. I think I just worked really fucking hard. I think I just worked really hard. You know what I was really good at? I would find the people who were where I wanted to be, and I would either like observe what they did and copy it, or I'd make friends with them and like kind of just pick their brain and learn all the strategies and implement it right away. So from the time I was 19 years old, I was getting mentored by millionaires, okay? From the time I was 19 years old, I had, does anyone here know who Jay Abraham is?
No.
He's a billionaire who does like business auditing and like mentoring for Tony Robbins. So he was coaching this guy named Joseph Rodriguez. Joseph would run his whole back end. Do you know who Joseph Rodriguez is? Joseph Rodriguez runs a massive YouTube channel doing like book reviews. And at the time, Joseph wasn't a YouTuber. He didn't even have like a content on social media. And Joseph was working directly with Abraham Group, right? This billionaire organization. They do like all kinds of like business stuff, whatever the fuck. And he was kind of his assistant, his like right-hand man. And Joseph was mentoring me from the time I was 19 years old with like life philosophy and different ways of thinking. And I didn't take that and use it for, making money. I was like, how can I use this to get bitches, right? So seriously, it's kind of funny. And obviously eventually I implemented all that into like what I do in my career and stuff like that. And literally at this point, all my friends are millionaires. Everyone's super successful. Even like my most brokey friends are making like 150K a year or whatever. You know what I mean? So think about this. If you become the average of the 5 people who are saying yourself the most, what do you think your life's gonna look like when you spend 120 hours working with the highest level fucking people? What do you think your life's gonna look like when you spend 120 hours learning game from the best, learning soul skills from the best, learning communication skills from the best? Your life's gonna change this week. But be ready to commit to it. Be ready to put in the work. Is it gonna be easy? What do you think?
Fuck no.
It's gonna be tough. Emotionally, you're gonna, dude, you guys are gonna, by the end of the week, it's always funny, at the end of the week, after the end of boot camp, students are always like, oh my God, my feet are bleeding. And I'm like, yeah, welcome to boot camp. Cause like, you're gonna get your shoes, it's gonna cut in your foot, this is gonna happen. Also, what's gonna happen throughout this boot camp is I'm gonna predict a lot of things. I'm gonna almost like kind of read the room and kind of guess a lot of things, and then it's gonna slowly start happening. And you're gonna be like, is Justin psychic? What the fuck is going on? Like what the hell's happening? I'm like, no, I've just done this so many times. I mean, Michael only started working with me in the last like year. And so, I mean, he's had insane growth, right? But how many times have I like predicted stuff on boot camps this year and they kind of started coming true?
Every boot camp.
But it was like, sometimes it's very like specific things. I'm like, hey, you're gonna get your dick sucked on my balcony on Thursday. It's like, how did he know? I'm like, I can just tell, kind of just catch a vibe, you know what I'm saying? It's very interesting, right? The highest body count we've had on a boot camp this year was like, I think like 25 to 30, which is pretty insane. Don't be surprised if collectively as a group, we fuck like 15, 20 girls, right? Now, to be fair, half those numbers is like me, Michael, and Matt. And like Matt has like a girlfriend now. He's all like, just like, staying on the game, right? But I'm sure we're still gonna get really good results regardless. You guys are gonna be light years ahead. Okay, but you gotta be coachable, you gotta put in the work, you gotta be open-minded, you gotta listen to everything I say, okay?